Hello and welcome back. My name is Gabby. I'm the English teacher here at Options for Youth Moreno Valley, and I'm going to be going over in this video English 12B Unit 6 Performance Task 1. If you're just starting this unit, make sure that you have the condensing guide. I go over how to read the condensing guides and use the condensing guides in my video on Unit 1. If your teacher prints these out for you and it looks like this, you do not need a condensing guide. It is already condensed for you. So this front page is not mandatory. It's not necessary. It's just to kind of help you study for the test. However, you all don't have tests because you're distance learning right now, but it will help you on the review if you'd like to take notes on here. A few of the things that you need to focus on for grammar are the root words that you come across. So like the words that are at the core of the sentence. So if it was like impossible, right? Pos is the root word there, right? Because im means not, and then bull is like something that's able to happen, right? But pos, like the possibility part, is the root word there. Subject-verb agreement. So I ran to the store. She runs to the store, right? The subject, I, and ran agree. If I say I rans to the store, it sounds weird. If I say I runs to the store, it sounds weird, right? So subject verb agreement means that they both agree. Pronoun antecedent agreement means that if I say I went to the store and bought me some milk, me goes back to the I, right? That's what it's in reference to. If I say my dog Ozzy's a boy, right? So Ozzy barked at the mailman. He got upset that he was on our property. He matches Ozzy, right? If I say they got upset that he was on our property, who's they? Who's the other one, right? Introductory phrases or clauses. They're ones that introduce the main portion of the sentence. So an example of that is because he wanted ice cream so bad, Eric chased the ice cream truck for 6 miles. That's a phrase. Clauses are a little bit shorter than that. There's concepts, so romanticism. It's not the lovey-dovey romanticism that we think of. It's kind of more like in love with nature. Types of poems, so lyrical poems, narrative poems, poems that tell a story. Odes, like Ode to the Grecian Urn, Pindaric and Horatian. Social commentary, so making comments on society that as we know it, talking about if we agree with it or if we disagree with it. Most of the times disagree. Theme, that's a lesson learned. It's not a motif, so it's not one word. It's not a cliche. Sound devices. So sound devices are like alliteration, consonants, assonance, things like that. So what is the purpose of social commentary? Usually to highlight an issue that we're having in society. What's the difference between ode, lyric, and narrative poems? And then what does the romantic philosophy stress? So those are a couple of ideas. Vocab, we have aspire, symmetry, stagnant, reverence, avarice, profuse, gleaned, teeming, orthodox, fastidious, plenteous, impulsive, vintage, orthodox, orthodontics, adjourn, and then atomizer. Our performance tasks will have 2. Number 1 will be Lesson 3, Activity 13, and Lesson 5, Activity 21. Instead of having a test, you're going to have an alternative assessment or a review for this packet. Again, if you have these super fancy printed out packets, the performance tasks are down here at the end. If you don't, you just have it in the packet and the book, as it normally would be found. So performance task 1, here we go. This is a chance to play around with some poetry. It's called Clouds and Poetry. They give you an example from The Cloud by Shelley. Fun fact, that Shelley is married to Mary Shelley, who is the author of Frankenstein. So they were both during the Romantic period. Percy Shelley was really well known, really well loved, and he wrote a lot about nature. So in here, clouds, right? So from my wings are shaken the dews that waken the sweet buds everyone when rocked to rest on their mother's breast as she dances about the sun. I am the daughter of earth and water, the nursling of the sky. I pass through the pores of ocean and shores. I change, but I cannot die. So he's talking about a cloud there, right? Mother Nature, and all of that. So he's talking about his love for nature. Shelley does that, or Mary Shelley does that, his wife, in Frankenstein as well, but she kind of shows like the bad way that, like, how powerful nature is, that we shouldn't mess with it type of thing. So she like shows her reverence for nature in a different way. So Percy Shelley was an educated man in the science of his day. He was an avid reader. He worked with a meteorologist to form this poem, The Cloud. For this performance task, you will complete 4 cloud cards that follow. You're going to research 4 cloud formations and put your finding on each card. You're going to illustrate the cloud with a photograph or a drawing. So you can print it out and tape it there, or you can just draw it in. You're going to write a 4-line poem for each type of cloud, imitating Shelley's imagery, rhyme, and diction. So you're going to follow that pattern. So try to use imagery, right? So appealing to the 5 senses, seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, and feeling, right? And then you're going to try to use rhyme. So time, lime, rhyme, right? And then diction, so accurate word choices. So trying to use words like lilac instead of purple or something like that. And you're going to follow that pattern. I am the blank and the blank. I blank, but blank. It doesn't mean there just has to be one word in there. You could put many words in there, but you have to follow that pattern. I'm going to grade it for completeness and creativity. So you get 2 points for the cloud description that you researched, right? You get 1 point for the illustration. You get 2 points for the poem, and then 5 points for each card. So that makes 20 points total. So let's look at how these look. So cumulus cloud, right? So let's open another tab. Okay, so I'm going to search cumulus clouds, right? Oh, cool, look, I found a cumulus cloud. Let's see, what am I going to do here? So I see that beautiful picture, right? And then I'm going to draw it or put it there. How do I pronounce it? Let's see. So I am going to go here, and then I am going to go to dictionary.com because that will help me with the pronunciation. I will copy this because this is how you pronounce it, right? And then I'm going to put that there. Cloud description from research. Large white puffy clouds that generally appear during fair weather, although they also might form during thunderheads on hot days. They may carry rain. So big, fluffy clouds that usually you see in like movies and cartoons and things like that may carry rain. And then my poem, I am the rain bringer, the standard, the beautiful. I don't know, and then just go on, right? And then you'll get 2 points for each of that. Then you go for the cirrus cloud, and then you go for the stratus cloud, and then you go for the cumulonimbus cloud. I need the pronunciation help for that one. And then after that, you are done for Performance Task 1 for Unit 6. If you need any help with anything, let me know. Other than that, we'll move on to the video next for Performance Task 2.